You better not get into my bags when I'm gone. What are you doing on my bicycle? Stay away from Wilbury. There's no food in there. It's a bicycle helmet in the bag. There's no food. Why you be so naughty? So once again, I rode my bike to take a hike. I am at the Gem Lake Trailhead in Rocky Mountain National Park as part of the Lumpy Ridge section. This video is long overdue, and for that I apologize. Mostly I'm apologizing to my good buddy PT over in Australia. PT, this is your video about the timed entry system here in Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado, but they also do it at some bigger national parks around the country now. What a beautiful day. The timed entry system kind of affected where I went today. So I figured good time as any to talk about it. My original plan was to take the shuttle and go up towards Bear Lake again and then hike up to Bierstadt Lake. But I missed the reservation to get on the shuttle. It was kind of a pain in the butt. Before COVID, like 2018, 2019, the national parks here in America were just getting so busy. And then COVID hit. Then once COVID took over, holy cow, the national parks here in Rocky Mountain, you couldn't even get to the parking lot. You would get completely jammed up in a traffic jam, headed to, you know, a parking lot, and then you wouldn't even be able to turn around to leave. It was way too much overcrowding, destruction of the natural environment, because like, okay, so great example, people couldn't turn around, so what they ended up turning around on the tundra just to get out of where they were. And then even if you could park and get out of the car, you just couldn't even move anywhere. There were so many people, so they had to figure out a way to cut back on visitors. In the simplest of forms, what timed entry is at our national parks here in America is basically crowd control. They only let a certain amount of people and vehicles in the park at certain blocks of time. I think it was Yellowstone that started it, tried it out, and then it was pretty effective, so they have it here in Rocky Mountain as well. So what they do is that they sell a block of times in advance online, or they save a block too for the night or the day before. So the night before you want to either do the timed entry or the shuttle bus like I wanted to do, you have to get on their website or their app, recreation.gov, and right at 7 o'clock, and it sells out very quickly. So you have to get on the app or website right at 7 o'clock and try to get the time slot that you want. I was shooting for the 8:30, which is the earliest ride on the shuttle bus up to Bear Lake, but the app wasn't working right. And then by the time I got online on a computer, my time slot that I wanted was sold out. The next was 9 a.m. and there was only 2 left on that. But because I didn't know like my password, it was slowing me down, and then it got all sold out. So the timed entry system is kind of like, it's necessary, I get it, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. But that is what the timed entry system is. And it's a little confusing because Bear Lake is the busiest here. So they basically block off Bear Lake from 5 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. at night. You have to have a timed entry. If you don't have a timed entry and you're not going to Bear Lake, you can get in the park before 9 a.m. or after 2 p.m. Yeah. If you are lucky enough to get timed entry or the shuttle ride from the Welcome Center, it's not very expensive. It's like $2. So it's not a huge expense. It's just a matter of getting on their app or their website to do it. Look at that tree up on that rock. Isn't that cool? It's like a bonsai tree growing out of the rock. It's cool. Just because I did not get my shuttle ride this morning, I was very disappointed, I will admit. I had my heart set on a certain hike, But that doesn't mean I don't do anything, right? It just means I reroute myself. And you know, it's funny, I've run into customers here and they say, well, if we can't get into Bear Lake, it's not even worth coming. And to me, that is just ludicrous. Rocky Mountain National Park is a massive national park, and it is stunning and it is beautiful. And there are so many different areas and types of areas you can visit. So I didn't make it to the Bear Lake corridor, but you know what? I made it to Lumpy Ridge. I'm going on a beautiful hike to Gem Lake. I'm getting good exercise. It's a beautiful day. And yeah, I love it. Love your life, right? Phew, check this trail out. I guess I better watch my step. Kind of rocky. Made it to Gem Lake. It's really pretty. It's crawling with those golden mantle squirrels though. What are you doing? No. Shh. Go, go. You don't need to be on me. All right, now it's time to go back down the mountain to see if that golden mantle squirrel chewed a hole through my bags. The only thing, I didn't have any food in them. The back bags were empty, except I did put my bicycle helmet in one of them. But in that front pink pouch that I have on the handlebars, I do have some spearmint lip balm. So that's the only thing that it might have gone for, so we'll see. Dang it. Here we are, another squirrel. Hey, buddy. They're everywhere. Isn't it pretty up here? I love walking back down in the late afternoon sun. It's just so gorgeous. Look at those ponderosa pines. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Everything looks kind of intact. Should be good. The end.